The only thing that I think Michael was better than LeBron at, did he have a more killer instinct? Absolutely. There's no denying that. Was he a better scorer? Absolutely. But as far as all-around player, complete, there's no way. I don't care what anybody says. You that covered Michael Jordan, shook his hand or whatever, he wasn't a better all-around player than LeBron James. That's fact.
Who would you rather have with the ball in his hand in a championship moment? I want the real 23. I want MJ, because we're talking about the greatest clutch shooter or player ever versus one whose weakness has always been the clutch moments to me.
But see, Skip, you base everything off on scoring. See, LeBron James says in the final minute, if the final seconds, if I have the shot, I'll take it. But if I can pass the ball and get someone a better shot, I'm willing to do that. You just looking at the scoring aspect. Michael Jordan, you know, against Cleveland, Michael Jordan against Utah. I get all that, Skip, but that's not who LeBron is. And that's why the comparison...
I got that. And I always say, LeBron's still the best passer in all of basketball. I give you all around, but I will not give you 2 years ago against Golden State. Let's briefly go back to that series. LeBron James, with no help, he's lost Kevin Love and Kyrie. He's got them up 2-1 with Game 4 in his house, in Cleveland. I was there. That morning on my show, I picked LeBron because I thought they had the momentum. I thought they had Golden State on their heels. And I thought Golden State had no answer for this 23, for LeBron James. Just too big and too strong. And then they made a lineup switch. Remember, on Game 4, Steve Kerr put Iguodala in the starting line and just let him bang on LeBron and sort of muscle with him because he can stand him off physically a little better than whoever else, Clay or whoever else, or Draymond. Yeah, okay? So in Game 4, after I picked LeBron, not that it really mattered, I was shockingly disappointed because he disappeared in that game. He was disconnected. He was disengaged. The next morning, my friend Stephen A. Smith and I are on the show, and Stephen A. is saying, hey, he just ran out of gas. It's just too much to ask. His tank ran dry. And I said, okay, but this was his house. This was his game. If they win that game, now you'd have a big case because you'd say they just pulled off a shocking upset, down 2 All-Stars, and it was just LeBron and nobody beating a very good Golden State team. Now you come to this year and you say, he beat that record-setting team. No, he did not. What happened in Game 4? Draymond Green, down the stretch, it's a blowout game. I'm shocked. LeBron is disappearing again in the fourth quarter. He's about to get blasted by every analyst and ex-player who's on ESPN after the game. And Draymond gets mad at LeBron, and remember, he calls him the B word. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is one of the greatest players. This is a Mount Rushmore player. Whoever calls a Mount Rushmore player that word in an NBA Finals game? Nobody, because Draymond had little to no respect for whatever intangibles, whatever guts are inside LeBron James. And he got so upset with him, and he goes down the floor, and he sucker punches him, you know where, and got tossed. So for Game 5, there is no Draymond, and he is the guts and the glue of the other team, the record-setting team. So at home, they're off balance because they don't have their guts and glue. LeBron played great in that game. He went home and played great again. But down the stretch of Game 7, when nobody could make a shot, who made the shot heard round the world? Who finished off the series? Kyrie Irving, the clutch shooter. I want the ball in Kyrie's hands. So he's got a sidekick who's becoming a co-star. He's no longer just a sidekick, who is a far better clutch shooter than LeBron James. So I give it up to you, but was that an amazing... Remember, Bogut got hurt, so they don't have a rim protector
anymore. Can I ask you a question? Why do you disqualify LeBron for Draymond punching him in the man region and Bogut not being in there, but you said, well, even though LeBron didn't have Kyrie and Kevin Love, he still should have won. How does that work?
Okay, but the degree of difficulty last year fell dramatically without Draymond and then without Bogut. Those are 2 huge pieces to the championship puzzle of Golden State.
So in other words, you're saying...
Okay, if Draymond plays Game 5 back in Oakland, we're not having that.
Yeah, we are. Okay. Yeah, we are.
Well, who knows?
Like you like to tell me, how do we know? How do
we know?
All we can go by is what we saw. Okay. We saw 2 guys score 41, and LeBron followed Game 5 up 41 with a 41 point.
He was great. He was great.
Say it again.
Without Bogut, It's a super highway to the basket for LeBron James.
I need you to put some extra on the end of that when you say that man's name, Skip. Because you being disrespectful to the man. The man
he's being disrespectful to the greatest player in any sport ever.
Skip, the man beat a transcendent 73-9 from three.
Wasn't the same team.
You had given up. LeBron James, I've been telling you guys this for the longest time, Joy. He doesn't have the clutch gene.
He doesn't. And he didn't have it in Game 4 in the fourth quarter. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the play-by-play. Where's LeBron? I don't know.
Skip.
He folded.
Skip. In the Game 7 that you said he folded, 29, 11, and 8.
Go look at the fourth quarter. Go look what happened.
So the other 3 quarters.
And I got to ask you, Shannon Sharpe.
Yes.
Did anybody ever call you the B word during a football game? Surely they did not, because nobody would even think of that word in your context.
The only person that I can think of that they would not say that to in all my time of playing was the late, great Reggie White. You would never call him out of his name. You would never curse. You couldn't curse around him because he,
I know.
But anybody else, absolutely, I've called some people some B words.
Okay, but nobody would call you that. You know it. They wouldn't.
I got along with everybody.
I know, but you would look at them like, what? Because you don't qualify. Like that would just be the silliest trash talk ever, because it would be inane trash talk.
Well,
it would be lame trash talk.
There are certain guys you know what to say that you think you can get them off their game, and he felt by saying that to LeBron, he knew he would get a response. He said it loud enough, as you say, people in press row could hear what he had said.
And it factored into his suspension.
Correct.
Yes.
But you are where you are. There's not, like I said, he can win the next 5, and you're not moving him. He's going to end his career with more points than Jordan, more rebounds than Jordan, more assists than Jordan.
Great. He's a great player.
And I believe, Skip, if he can get one more MVP.
He's better than Michael Jordan. Go ahead and go there.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
He gets one more MVP. He gets 2 more titles. You and I are going to have to revisit this discussion.
Well, that's what I just said it.
We're going to have to because right now, as we sit, no, he's not. But he wins another MVP and 2 more titles. I got to give up all my Air Jordans.
Okay.
All the pit crews, all the mirrors, all the lights. I'm going all bronze.
You're going to force me to revisit 2010, last series in Cleveland against Boston, and 2011, first NBA Finals as a Miami Heat. I'm going to have to revisit both of them.
It's on his resume.
Because you've expunged both of them from the resume.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. You said that LeBron, there's nothing he can do. But you say Tom Brady's better than Joe Montana, and he got 2 losses on his resume.
I haven't said that. I've never gone there.
You say he's the greatest quarterback.
I say in football today. I've never gone there. I don't.
He's not better than Joe?
No, I haven't ever gone there.
Okay. I'm just
Trust
making
me.
sure.
Nope, I've never gone there.
I'm just making sure.
Now, if he wins 3 more.
I don't care if he wins whatever. He got 2 losses on his resume. To you, like you said, fluky Eli.
Fluky, lucky Eli. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
I enjoyed some good years with LeBron as a Heat fan. Can't take that away.
Championships in 2 locales.
But I agree, the Draymond Green thing changed everything.
Didn't.
It's the biggest factor.
Joy.
It was the biggest factor in the series.
Draymond,
biggest factor.
Cheap shot artist.